All right, it's your girl D Nice, and we back in the building with another EP.
Hey guys, Money Money, episode, goddamn, what is 7? Okay, because I couldn't say 4, but I'll play you up at
EP3.
myself.
We coming in strong, y'all. Trying to. All right, but let's start off this EP with giving a shout out. I want to shout out somebody that I just met, but he is amazing. His name is David Ponce. He has his own mountain company, well, TV mountain company. It's called Mounted Up LV. You guys go check him out. He's really cool. And you know how in Las Vegas, people tend to be a little weird and a little shady. So you be skeptical on like who to trust and like who to invite in your home to do stuff like that. You don't have to worry with him. Like he's super chill. Yes, he has a personality. He's animal friendly, like literally. Like my dogs was barking at him and he's like, "No, bring him in." And the next thing you know, they wouldn't leave him alone. So check him out. I am going to add his number, TikTok, his Instagram, all under this video. So you guys could text him, you can call him, you can DM him. Right now, he is not requiring a deposit. So if you want to set something up in the future, you can most definitely just put it in his ear. And yeah, he's really cool, you guys. So go check him out. David Ponce on a TV mount. Oh, and he even does like furniture. What is it called? Furniture assembly. So if you need that, you know there is a fee. It's not a package deal.
It's not free.
It's a separate. It's a separate. It's a separate. It's a little separate paying thing or whatever. Cause he did my TVs and he's also coming back to put some furniture together for me because I am a woman. I cannot.
You know, in the kitchen or where else?
Or the bedroom. And that.
Oh, hey,
sorry.
yo.
I,
No, you know what?
all right.
Yeah, oh God,
Back to
tap,
business.
Tap in with
Tap
David before
in.
it gets too late, before he shoot up the deposits on y'all. Because listen,
No, for real.
phone finna be hotline blinging ASAP.
Hey,
Like, everybody
he's a
wants
busy
these
man,
now, okay?
Savannah. He is busy.
Yeah,
So y'all check him out. Like I said, he's really cool. He's really down to earth, and he is bilingual. I believe he's Hispanic. So if you are, or if you have like a Spanish speaking family who is looking for some TV mountain, check him out because he's really, really good. And he's good with kids, like very respectful. And he made me feel comfortable in my own home. Like I wasn't like, let me go in a room while you do that. He cracked jokes and he knows what he's doing, y'all. Check him out. Check him out.
W. David. Shout out David Ponce. TV, Mount TV Mount. What was it? I was gonna say TV Mountain.
Mount it up, LV.
Mount it up, but it up. Came to the party just to,
Okay. So, of course, y'all know I gotta start it off with a post that I saw. I just got the internet.
TikTok. You know what's crazy? Our For You pages are so different. She be having the hot, the tea, okay, all the social experiments, everything. Mine is just straight brain rot, laughing, okay, memes, never ending, nothing serious really. My For You page is useless. So we're gonna get all the.
I wouldn't say it's useless because what? Wait.
No.
Okay, y'all, I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. So, but without her, I wouldn't have never heard that marvelous sound. It gets the party going. Okay, all right. So I was on TikTok, of course. I've been trying to stay on there because I love it, of course. But also, I don't know when they're going to kick us out. Oh, okay, get it together.
Bounce. Kick us out, folks. We love that. Clap it up, or kick us out, guys.
I don't know when they're going to kick us back out of the party. So I was on TikTok and there was this guy. He was actually a very well-looking man, very well put together. You can tell like he posts videos of just him like having conversations, which is cool. Love that down because we love authenticity. I said it right this time. So
she did. Okay, very.
I've been working. Their rubber band's gone. But he put up a post or he put up a video as a response to somebody, because again, if you guys don't all know, celibacy is the way to go. I am 10 months in. Okay, yeah, I am.
No. I was actually gonna say, we might have to touch on it afterwards.
Okay.
Celibacy versus abstinence.
All right, let's get back to it because we got to. But he was basically saying that he's somebody had asked him like, you have to be gay. Excuse my language. I know that's a controversial word, but I want to give you guys exactly what was said. The post that he responded to stated that you have to be gay. Again, he's a man, and this is a woman responding to his post. It says you have to be gay if you are celibate for 4 years. Like literally no action, no play. But let's get some context behind that. Basically, in his previous videos, he was saying that he was still in the dating pool. He was still trying to find somebody, yet he has been celibate for 4 years, along with single, and haven't really been in a committed anything with anybody for those 4 years. So, from somebody who's celibate, I get it.
Two people who are celibate.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Why you trying to leave me out?
I'm sorry. Sorry. But I kind of was just like, that's messed up. Like, initially, I'm like, that's messed up. Like, of course, just assuming somebody's gay in general or, like are the same sex is messed up. It's assumptions, no. But his response was kind of like, what? Like, what are you talking about? So he stated, what did he say? What that man say? He said, oh, I've been celibate for 4 years because women under 30 stink.
Here goes another one, guys.
Get him up out of here. And not just because he's talking about women, but just like that being your response was kind of like a really big L. Like,
I would actually say excuse. That would be the excuse that he went with to respond with is.
And yes, let's make it plain and simple. That was an excuse because ain't no way.
Facts.
Ain't no way. And I think it's because what's your whole point, or what was your initial point for becoming celibate? Because normally when people become celibate, it's because they want to, like, work on themselves, change their outlook on something, get a better vision, grow somewhere mentally, physically, emotionally, just get some type of, just level up within themselves. So for me, it's just like, if you're saying you're celibate because girls under 30 stink, then what was your whole point of becoming celibate in the first place? And if you haven't reached that or even got a better understanding of what your point was or got close to reaching your point for becoming celibate within 4 years, then why are you making up excuses? Because for me, I did it because I wanted to change. I wanted to work on not choosing the same man all the time. Like, I wanted to just, lock in on myself, grow, so that way the man that I end up with is not like the man that I've been with, more so. So if he's stating that girls under 30 stink and that's why he's celibate, are you telling me you're not going to date girls over 30? Or, sorry, women over 30? Or is that just not clicking? Like, I'm confused, like, what?
I mean, even then, it's just like, at that point, okay, I'm not going to say celibacy isn't the answer because celibacy is always the answer. Celibacy and abstinence, absolutely practice that. Just go ahead and lock it up, okay? Chastity belts all around. Except if you are amongst those folks who do not absolutely want to have a chastity belt or anything of the sort, I'm just saying, like, you could also just not mess around with women who are under 30. I'm just saying, like, if that was the excuse that you were going with or the reason that you're saying that you are celibate, maybe find adults. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say adults. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies. Not adult. Maybe find someone who is, more a woman who is more mature, more whatever it is that you look for in a woman, basically. Same way for women. You find a man who is more mature, carries himself the way that you want them to, etc. and etc.
No, for real, because it's just like at that point, what type of stink are you talking about? And not because I want him to like disclose or throw anybody under the bus, but it's just like, as a man, what do you consider stink? Because if just the female aura, like just that whole, I can't really even say it, but if then maybe you are, or maybe you do need to play on the other side. If it's really not like
Absolutely.
If it's not really an odor, it's just something that you just can't get jiggy with because it's a female organ.
Let's put it in plain words.
Okay, go ahead. I'm scared.
I don't want to. You guys know at this point, this is episode, what episode is this?
3.
3, and I have been the bad guy in all episodes.
Yes, she has.
I'm willing to take that role on for you guys. Because I love you.
Eat her up in the comments.
Hold on, not too much though, because y'all starting to get on my nerves, but a little bit I like it, so go ahead. But let's be real. If you don't know, or if you're not educated on the woman body, the female anatomy, just say that. Because the reality of it is, for those who do not know, I am going to perhaps maybe shatter your world just a little bit. Women do not smell like flowers and Skittles and pineapples, and they just don't. It's not a real thing. I'm sorry that that's what you learned in whatever adult film you watched or whatever.
For sure, film.
I'm sorry that you saw that and thought that was real. Women do not smell like anything of the sort. They just smell like nothing at all. Now, what I will say when it comes to the female anatomy, if you smell an odor that makes you go like this, then it's a problem. But if you smell something and it's just a smell that's not a flower or a Skittle or an annihilator, it's fine. You're going to be okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into how y'all smell. But you know what? Like I said, I'm not going to get into it. And that's fine. I just want to let you guys know that in case you haven't heard it yet, pick up a book. It's okay. Books are okay to read. Educational books, for sure. I actually took a women's studies class. That's how I learned myself. Women's studies is an excellent course, and I recommend it for everybody, men and women equally. So,
yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. If that's the kind of, smell we're talking about. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she was musty. I don't know.
And that's the thing, so you can't generalize it to be every woman. Like, It's just not fair, because, yes, some women aren't educated on how to keep themselves up just because they use Bath and Body Works and all this smell good and Summer's Eve. They feel like they're clean when in reality it's destroying.
Read up on.
It's destroying what's actually protecting you from getting, odors, pH balance. Yes. So.
Read up on it.
Read up on it, but I wouldn't say that's like, I don't even think that's like 70% of women. Like, and that goes for, I'm speaking specifically on 30 and under, the women he says stink. I'm trying to stand up for y'all because that's just not fair. But again, I honestly do think that his response got me to a point of thinking, well, maybe we aren't his preference.
That is correct. It really all just boils down to that, pretty much always.
Because there is other women that aren't under 30.
But if that's your preference, everybody has their preference.
And that is okay. Yes.
That's okay, absolutely. That's what you want to go for. You're just going to have to.
I'm all for it. Just don't throw nobody under the bus because you prefer different.
Now, well.
Okay, all right.
Because I actually don't know. I think it's important for us as women, I would say as men in general, whenever you do see a post that generalizes, it's okay to not be too offended if it doesn't, shoe doesn't fit.
Right.
But for instances like this, where we just want to kind of spread the word and kind of let you guys know that this is, like, that's it. Like, That's all it is. But you can also just not be offended if it doesn't apply to you. Because then at that point, if you start to get a little too passionate, then I'm looking at you a little weird, sideways.
Yeah.
Side eye.
Maybe I got a little passion.
Bombastic side eye.
Did I get a little passionate about it?
Just a little bit. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. And then, like I said, I think that while we're still kind of on the topic of it a little bit, I do think that we should maybe talk about the differences between abstinence and celibacy.
Yes.
Because I actually had to Google it because I couldn't remember. That's what I was doing it over here. I was doing it on the phone because I didn't want to speak out of my hip or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read it as it says on Google. AI overview, by the way.
Love AI. Down.
Hey, comes in handy a little bit. So for abstinence, right? Or I'll actually lead with celibacy because that's what we're talking about. Celibacy refers to a lifelong commitment to abstaining from sexual activity and romantic relationships. That's what is the definition, the first definition for celibacy. It says it's a more permanent and comprehensive choice, implying a complete renunciation.
Sure.
Whatever that word.
Whatever.
Y'all gonna have to Google it, and y'all probably will see this exact word that I'm trying to pronounce, and it's just not working out. Okay. Now, the first definition for abstinence says refers to the temporary or permanent avoidance of sexual activity, including all forms of intercourse, oral sex, and genital contact. So, abstinence, just for anybody, because I was a little bit confused. I was so confused, like, I don't know what's that. Is it abstinence or is it celibacy? Basically, from what I infer on the definition, abstinence is absolutely all sexual activity. Meaning
no flicking the bean.
Correct. Absolutely no gooning at 2 a.m.
Grooming the banana. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what. So abstinence is you basically refraining from all sexual activity at all from yourself and others, versus celibacy, which is you are refraining it from
others,
pretty much. And it doesn't knock you necessarily if you do choose to do some self-enjoyment. Now, I just wanted to clear that up because I was a little confused. So I'm like, hey, well, you're celibate. But are you sure you're celibate?
And it's crazy that you said that because I was thinking that in my head because I don't know what I was watching on TV. I watch everything or a little bit of everything. And they were talking about abstinence and I was just like, dang, am I a part of that too? But now that I know I'm not, I am strictly celibate.
She's not. She's a celibate demon because she is a gooner.
Yeah, I love to DJ. Not gonna lie. Sorry. But while we're on the topic, so I think we were talking about this like the other day, and we were talking about, if I can remember, like, in our last episode, we were talking about, people needing to focus on their trauma, before getting into a relationship because
learn to love you.
Yeah, learn to love you. But then I got to thinking, like, dang, that it's good to speak on, but let's speak on the people who actually learn to love themselves. Like, we're going through it out here. Like, nice. And I only say that because, again, may I repeat myself, 4 years single, loving myself down, probably a little bit too much. I don't even think I know how to be. I was supposed to...
Wait, hold
on.
Yes, go ahead and bring that up because...
So, it was this guy, okay, so we were coming from Boiling Crab. Boiling Crab is a scam, y'all. They is a scam. They got me out of all my money.
She cashed out, okay? I ain't gonna lie.
I just had one crab. But anyways, look, so we were on our way to, of course, Money House to pick up some stuff because we were going to go do some hookah or whatever. So I'm driving, and then I look over, and the guy next to me, what was he in a Mercedes?
He was in a Mercedes, y'all.
And
I think it was like 385 or some shit like that.
Right, I don't know the numbers, but he was so cute. He was dark skinned. He had dreads. He was in a fishbowl. So
it was a fishbowl.
So look, I wasn't staring too hard, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, check baby out. What fine shit next to a.
Low-key, well, okay, because we don't know all the specifics now. Obviously, preferences are different for everybody, but And at first glance, in the car, sitting next to each other at a red light, he looked like some fine shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Dreadhead, dark skin.
So
you know, he got some nice like lips on, fingernails was clean.
Okay.
He had some.
All right.
Watch.
Okay. Yeah. So
she was the driver, so I was able to get all the details.
So she was trying to encourage me to say hi, and I was so nervous. Like I just couldn't do it. So when it came down for me, so when me and him made contact, I blew it. I froze up, and I just started laughing so hard.
She did, and I'm sitting here like
he drove off so fast. Like he dusted me. Like don't catch up to me and don't look at me. Don't even look at the back of my car. That's all you're gonna see. And I was just like, dang, I really lost it. I really don't even know how to talk to the male species. I don't. But back to what I was trying to get at. So I think I just started loving myself a little too much and kind of strayed away from, interfering with the opposite sex for so long. It's just like, dang, that's crazy. Maybe I might be single for longer than I encountered. But when I initially started, or when I initially chose myself, I had so many friends. Like, well, when I was in a relationship, when I was in my last relationship, like, people fucked with me down. Like, people in relationships, I was always getting, like, hit up just, like, on some, I love you guys together. Y'all look so happy. Of course, everybody didn't know the ins and outs. Majority did. But it was just like, dang, people really was building me up. Like as a girlfriend, as a female, like as a mother. Like I was getting a lot of just like compliments. I just felt like I had more like associates, let's just say associates, people that I could see myself hanging with if it ever came down to that, or people that I did actually hang with when I was in that relationship. But once I got out of that relationship and I was really showcased in how much I loved myself just as much as I was showcasing how much I loved him, a lot of people strayed away from me. Like, and I kind of felt like, dang, like, you would think people would gravitate towards you more or, like, really just give you your flowers once you leave something and still have that much love for yourself. Because a lot of people leave a relationship that they never thought they would have to leave and really don't know how to come back from that. But, like, I bounced back from that crazy, along with just being a single mom and holding it down. A lot of people was just like, I don't know, like they didn't want to fuck with me no more, or like they significant other don't want them to talk to me, or they get mad when they get around me. Like, it was even a time where, like, somebody I knew, his girlfriend thought me and him was messing around. And I'm like, why would I hang around you guys if I'm messing around with your mans? Like, no, like, that's not how I get down. And I don't even give off that type of energy. I'm not no disrespectful female. I'm not all in. If anything, I was in her face more than any, trying to get her to help me out, But it was just some fact, like, dang, it's crazy how people really look down on women or men. Just people look down on people who love themselves and are able to be alone with no problem, and I hate that for me, because I don't be wanting to be funny towards nobody, but if you can't love me when I'm loving myself, baby, don't even bring yourself around, because you're not going to get the energy you like.
Yeah, counterproductive.
No, it's just fucked up,
It's fucked up, and it's also counterproductive. Like, if you know that I am taking some time for me and making this very big move for me as a person so that I can continue my journey on to develop the love I have for myself, don't come around.
Yeah.
Like, with all of that negative energy, because you're not helping the journey. At that point, it makes me feel like you are not, in fact,
supportive.
With me or supportive, and you're against me at that point. Because if you really only fuck with somebody because they're in a relationship or whatever, what really is the dynamics of your friendship? Like, is that even really, like,
right.
I maybe ponder on that, because whether they're in a relationship or not, that's something that you should still be willing to, you should still be willing to be supportive of them, no matter what their decision is. You can let them know what your feedback is or what you think. Hey, I don't know if that's a good idea. That's fine, and you can still be friends with them.
No, for real, because I think what it was too, like, I was going out, I was dressing how I wanted. I was literally doing what I wanted, unapologetically. And that made people, well, from what I've seen, it made people mad and it made people jump to their own conclusions about me. Like every 5 minutes, it's just like, oh, you must got niggas, you must be just out. No, I'm literally not doing nothing. I'm literally just going out and enjoying myself and not feeling nothing behind it. Like the confidence I have seems to bother people so much. Like me, 10 toes. Like I'm gonna choose myself all the time. Like, and I will never be in a space or continuously stay in a space where a person don't love me as much as I love myself, because I'm gonna love somebody just as much as they love themselves, because that's just it just shows how much you respect them and the boundaries that they have for themselves. But it just showed me like, no, like dead ass, like people was like, you go out too much, like you dress like this, you always dancing. Yeah, I like to dance, I do.
She gets down too.
But when I go out, and I guess because I'm not literally recording my whole experience while I'm out enjoying myself. When I go out, I honestly don't go out for the man gaze, and we said that the last time. I don't. Like, when we went out last night, like, of course, I go to public places where there's both men and women, but I'm not there trying to be all up in nobody's face. To be honest, don't even come and talk to me. And I'm not mean. I'm not mean. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I swear I'll be nice. But you're not gonna get the energy that you were expecting based off how you saw me dancing off that song. And to be honest, half the time I'm trying to battle. Like I think I'm a crumb dancer. Like I literally get drunk and start clown dancing. That's what I did last night, and I love it. I love it because it keeps the weirdos away.
It does. It's very effective. It is very effective.
And sometimes. Yeah. Women will come up and we'll battle, and I love that. Like old school vibes, I love it down. Like people will talk about me all the time, I don't care, but that's just me. Keep the youth going,
That's fact. We talking crump, clown, bring it on down type stuff. Like in case you don't know about that, and you thought it was just some regular stuff, crump, clown, bring it on down type stuff. And I think I think that is okay. I'm not gonna admit this might be a different topic, but. I think it is, because I think there's this stigma around, women. Because I kind of, and this is just my opinion, I kind of feel like it's different for men. When men go out, they're looking for the most part. I'll say for the most part, men are they're going out to, see what they can see out in the club or in the bars or whatever. I feel like some women just want to go out just to get away from whatever it is and just have a good time with their friends. Nobody's really looking for no man to come dancing behind them. That's why that meme exists, where they tell you, like, girls dancing, and you start dancing behind her, she's gonna start, like, I don't know, moonwalking away from you because she doesn't want you to dance with her. Like, that's why that meme exists, is because women are not going out to be danced with or be gazed upon. Mm-hmm. If it happens, depending on what the connection is like, you might get lucky, But for the most part, that's not what we're out for. And I think that when it comes to, women who are, I don't know, in a relationship, out of a relationship, parents, whatever the case is, there's that stigma where you're outside because you want men to look at you. And that's just not the truth. The sad truth really is, no matter what it is, they're going to look at me because I'm a female. And that's kind of like how biology works, just a little bit. If we go back to Darwin days, that's literally kind of what the purposes are. So there's nothing that we can do if I just want to go outside. I can have on fucking sweatpants and I'm still gonna get looked at. I just came here to hit my crick walk or something like that. I don't know. Hit a little clown walk, get my crump clown, bring it on down. I don't know, and they still gonna look at me. I don't understand. So it's like that having that stigma is kind of crazy, and I think that it's important that that's not something that is associated with being out, especially when it comes to people who are getting over relationships and trying to find themselves and learn how to have fun with themselves.
No, with their for friends. Real. That's the truth. Like learning how to have fun with yourself is probably like the main thing when you're reaching self-love. Like when when you're prioritizing, sorry, not reaching, but when you're prioritizing self-love, learning how to have fun with yourself. Like, you know, she'll be sitting down sometimes and I'll just be up crumping because not like that, but she don't gotta be up and doing what I'm doing for me to be confident enough to get up and do what I do. You know, if that's my song, that's my song. And however that song got me feeling, that's how I'm gonna be moving, you know? But that, and I also think that has allowed me to enjoy the moment more. Like, I'm not pulling on my phone trying to record. No, I'm literally like, what's that word where you're? I'm absorbing. I know I'm absorbing that moment so much. Like, it's going to be so memorable for me, and I think that's why I enjoy summers in Vegas so much, because it's such a time when you really just step out of what society wants you to be and just enjoy yourself authentically. It's so fun. And I mean, I only say Vegas because I've only experienced like top-notch summer memories in Vegas, but I'm pretty sure you can get that type of energy wherever you are, you know, especially if you know like what's popping or what you like to be around. But Vegas has really gave that to me. Like, and you know, I am looking forward to what this summer brings. Now that we got this podcast going, we're going to be, you know, doing some networking. But it's crazy because Drake and Party just released their album, and it was supposed to be a summer anthem for my girl here. But you remember how she was on my guy Kendrick last week.
Whoa.
Album.
There she goes. Look at how she trying to segue into it like I was like anti-Kendrick. Y'all know what I said, okay? Y'all know what I said.
They not like us.
And y'all know that I fuck with Kendrick. Okay, his shit is great. Excellent, marvelous. So I'm sorry that I want him to be recognized for something better than a song about Drake. My apologies. He has songs that are not about Drake and how he's not for the culture, whatever the fuck. He has songs about the actual culture and goodness in the culture and bringing the culture together. I'm sorry I want him to be recognized for that. I'm sorry, my bad.
Let's talk about Party Next Door and Drake.
Like, by the way, L segue, because she just couldn't wait, so she couldn't wait.
I could not. It was burning a hole in me.
That is actually kind of perfect. Because while she's talking about, you know, summers and, oh, it's such a great time, summertime. Summers are usually excellent. They are. And I don't know about this summer, guys. I gotta be honest. I'll be honest. When we went out last night, I was telling her, I ain't been the same. I have not been the same since they stopped playing Drake in the club. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Nobody's saying in the club, put that Kendrick song on until you fucking release Not Like Us. Okay, yeah, put that shit on. Go ahead and put on Hey Now, son. That's fine. Before that shit, nobody's asking for Kendrick in the club. I'm sorry. I don't care. I really actually don't care. What they are asking for is a Drake song or a fucking, I don't know, a Lil Brother song or a fucking Sexy Red
Lil
song.
Vader on the beat.
Lil Vader, whatever. They asking for shit that you play in the fucking club. Like, I'm sorry that I'm not having fun anymore. Because I was sitting there like, and I'm not even gonna say just last night, just usually as of lately, when we're going out, I don't feel the vibes anymore when I'm in the club.
Because of Drake.
You know why? Because I know they're not gonna play not one fucking Drake song. I need a one dance, gotta have and nothing. They're not playing shit. Not even the fucking classics. This shit pisses me off a little bit. I'm sorry. I apologize. Now, I just knew. Well, no, this is what I'll say. Because it is a Drake and Party Next Door collab.
That's
so when it was released, I wasn't really expecting a lot of summer hits. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm not. When I think Party Next Door, I don't think summer. I think, you know, in my feelings, a little sexy, a little bit. Might want to bump and grind.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking more like nightlife, you know, in a dark corner, on top of a couch somewhere. You know, I don't know, fucking grinding, me type time. That's what I'm thinking about when I think about Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Now, Drake and Party Next Door, that's something that I was thinking, okay, this could actually be something. Well, I'm sure it's no surprise. It actually wasn't much of anything at
Drop the
all.
ball.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. There are a couple of hits and really good songs, but I'm gonna be honest with us. Hey, Drake fandom, come in. Let's get a group hug, okay? It is okay. It was not a good album. We can say that. It's fine. Let's join hands, and let's just like
kumbaya.
let's do that, because we don't have to sit here and argue with anybody that the song was or that the album was an 8.5 or higher. It wasn't, okay? Me as a Drake fan, who is actually a Drake fan, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say unpopular opinions, it was not good. I gave the album overall rating 6.5. It was not good. I can say, let me see, we're talking about CN Towers, Spider-Man and Superman. Lasers,
that's my
Deeper,
favorite song, y'all. That's
Deeper, I'm gonna lie, Deeper is number one. You're not absolutely going to convince me otherwise. Deeper is number one. That's it. I don't care about what you're saying. Not celibacy.
What's the one that you like?
Deeper.
No.
Oh, Nokia. Obviously, I would say Nokia. That's probably the most summer anthem song that they have on there.
I agree.
And I'll be honest, when I first heard it, I was sitting here like, what the fuck is this? This sounds like they fucking made this on a Nintendo fucking 65 or some shit. Like, I'm not listening to this bullshit. Now, the next day I followed up. I was sitting at work, I'm on chat. So I'm like, let me put some little music on. I put the album on just to get a second listen. Sometimes the second listen really gives you all the clarity. And that's when I noticed, hey, look, he is actually fucking excellent. I'm sorry. Does it sound a little crazy?
Who's calling my phone?
Who's calling that? Come on now. It sounds catchy. Absolutely crazy, but it's a really good, it's a fun song.
It is.
And it just actually does, that's like the one song I feel like makes you want to get up and dance for real. And she don't really fuck with it for real, but sometimes she
hold on.
Well, no, she fucks with the Nokia. I would say at first we had the same opinion. We were like, what the fuck is this shit? I came into it around first, but she did have to kind of see the vision into the
thanks to TikTok. But I ain't gonna lie, we both have tapped into Kai Cenat stream.
Shout out Kai Cenat. We love Kai Cenat.
Yes, we love. Get us on there. Anyways, so we were on his listening party, wasn't it? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, he did a listening party for the album.
Yeah, and being that we were on our phones watching the stream, I think that's why it originally sounded the way it did. I don't know, I guess it was like an echo or something, because literally I woke up the next day and on my way to work, I played the album. Because at first when I heard it on the listening party, I'm just like, this is horrible. I'm sitting here laughing, literally, laughing my ass off listening to this on Kai Cenat stream. But when I was on my way to work, I started vibing. I'm like, okay, and I literally, once I got off work, first person I hit up, nah, you gotta listen to it in your car or something, because I really do think the stream had it sounding like that, and I think that's why it is at a 6.5 now. It was at a 1.5 for me. But yes, Spider-Man and Superman is my favorite song, of course. Duh. Are you dumb? That's my man. I love Spider-Man. But I honestly was expecting more of the album, only because of how controversial everything has been with him. I thought he was about to say, you know what, let me show y'all something real quick. Let me bring that old school vibe back. And don't get me wrong, he did bring some of his old, some of the songs on the album have some of his old, vibes on there. And I mess with it, don't get me wrong, but I really was expecting more of him. And I love Party Next Door down. Party Next Door got me through some stuff back in the day. But it just wasn't giving what I needed. So I do understand how she feels. 1,000 wow. But TikTok did help me, and they do all the time, I think TikTok did the same thing for Kendrick Lamar's song and album regarding Drake. Any song regarding Drake that he made, I think TikTok was the reason why people was messing with the song so much, because they did the same thing with Drake's new album, and it's making me songs more than I know I would have if I didn't see like the TikTok like shorts or reels or little funny videos they make with some of the songs from the album in the background. Especially Nokia. I don't know. Like Nokia is coming up the charts for me. Like it's getting there, and I really do think it's the videos and then the little dance she does off of it.
It's just
like
Nokia is just like when you're hearing it. And I'll say this how I feel for just about any album. When you're doing the first listen, it's not always going to be that you're going to get into it right away. You're going to have to listen to it maybe a second time, maybe a third time to really know what your favorites are, if you're really into it, if you really fuck with it for real. Because the first time I listened, it was literally only two songs, and I was like, okay, this is all I'm getting out of here. This shit is fucking trash. But after I listened to the entire album a second time, a third time, you start to see that there are more songs that you actually, can like, can get into and enjoy and just have fun with. And that's kind of what Nokia ended up being like. It was like, it's more fun. It's kind of like, I would say Nokia is like this year's version of Tootsie Slide. Now, I fucking hate that song.
Tootsie
Drake
Slide.
is fucking, Aubrey, what the fuck is a Tootsie Slide? Years after, I have to fucking ask you, that fucking song blows ass, okay? I wish you never ever released that in your life. But you know what? A lot of people fuck with it. I don't understand why, but a lot of people fuck with Tootsie Slide, and I hate it. Nokia is what I feel like what Tootsie Slide was, because it kind of came out around that summer or like spring, summertime, and it kind of gave that fun vibe. Only thing is Nokia did it better. That's just what I'll say. Nokia did it better this time around. Now, I don't know if it's going to be as good as, One Dance or anything else like that. Those are just classic. I don't know if you can beat that, but Nokia is fun. It's fun, and I think that's why I really kind of had to get into it for real. And, I'm going to go ahead and say the best songs on there. I'm going to let you guys know right now outright, just because this has become a trend, or I don't know who started it. Give Me a Hug is at the bottom of the fucking list. It's not a good song. I'm sorry.
I love
and
it.
I really think that it did not belong on this album. Give Me a Hug might have actually had some potential if it was on a different album.
Or if it was like a single.
Not a single is fine too, but just don't put it on a song or an album that you release for Valentine's Day. The title of the album is "Sexy Songs for You." Give Me a Hug does not make me feel sexy. I'm sorry. That makes me. I feel like I have to get up and just fucking jump around with my arms around a bunch of fucking, I don't know, people who I don't know in the club. Yeah, like I don't. That's what Give Me a Hug is, and it doesn't belong on "Sexy Songs for You." Release that separately or put it on a different album. Solo, I would say for a solo album, it would be better. It would be better. I agree with that. Now, again, Give Me a Hug, bottom of the list. We're gonna go in order here. Deeper, number one. Again, you're not gonna convince me otherwise. CN Tower. The last song. What's the last? Actually, I might actually have to double check it. I don't remember the name of it. But the last song on the album is actually amongst my top as well. Greedy. Greedy. Oh, such a good song. Deeper, CN Tower, Greedy, Lasers, Rainy in Houston. And then Nokia is coming in at a close 6. But for like songs that really make me feel sexy, like the album, those are the top 5. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. Love you. Drake fans, hold my hand when I tell you this. It's okay. But also everybody can have their own opinion. But they are wrong.
So I did hear, or a lot of people were saying, from what I've seen, not here, it's what I've seen on social media, that a lot of people were expecting Party Next Door to have more more features on the album.
Yes.
Like it seemed like Party Next Door did like a peekaboo or a deadbeat baby daddy move where you pick the baby up, put the baby down, say I'll see you in 2 weeks. Like it was kind of that vibe that Party Next Door gave on the album.
Yeah.
And some people even said it might have been a better album if he would have been on there more.
I said that as well.
She's people.
I am. And I think that's the reason why I gave the rating that I did, because I'm like, well, don't call it a collab album if Party's only going to be on fucking 4 songs.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I understand that they have their songs where it's like, hey, this is a Drake song, this is a Party song. Obviously, Deeper is strictly Party. That's fitting for Party Next Door. And I don't know, Give Me a Hug. That one sounds like more of a Drake song if I can remember, correctly. But most of it, from what I heard, there was not a lot of Party Next Door or Party Next Door and Drake. It was either just Drake with a little bit of Party Next Door, or all Drake, or then maybe there's like one or two with Drake and Party Next Door. If we're gonna call a collab album, Aubrey, please, I need equal verses. I need some vocals. I need something, because I think if Party was on it more, it would have probably raised up the rating a little bit for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I would say that's how I feel.
So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up, but before we wrap this up, I want to do something new. Random thought.
Ooh. Random thinking.
Shout out to everybody that's in school. We're about to hit summertime. I'm finishing my quarter before my last quarter. My last quarter starts next month, and oh my gosh, when I say I started this quarter for my communications class, and mind you, this is like my fourth communications class. My major is freaking communications, like you would think. But when I started this quarter, I started off with that class, I had an F.
Ooh.
Like when I say, and mind you, I am on honor roll right now. So for me, that took me down. It was so stressful. And I finally got to understand where people were coming from, like with how stressful school can be when you have other stuff going on, like work or investing into what you love. So I just want to give a shout out to us, because they got us messed up, y'all. But it's coming to an end. We're about to be able to enjoy our summer. This is our last quarter before summer. Let's go hard. And just to let y'all know, I think I'll be back next episode to tell y'all what my final grade is, because I submit my final assignments next week. Right now, though, I am at a B-. So thank the Lord. Hopefully by next week I'm at that A, because then I will have had straight A's from the start of the quarter in September till May or June, I think it ends. So that's my goal. Shout out to y'all. It's just a random thought I wanted to get out there. I know we're all stressed. I'm overstimulated. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm happy.
All the emotions.
All the emotions.
Okay? High school and beyond.
Yes.
It's a very trying time. The last few months.
We got this, y'all. It's almost over. It's almost over.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Yes.
So very proud, and I cannot wait to see how you guys are able to celebrate your greatness at the end of the semester.
School is a scam. That's
School
it.
is absolutely. I was going to say that in this episode.
Sorry, I just random thought. Yeah. But don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys later. Don't forget to shoot your comments at the bottom. We're gonna actually start reading out some of the comments that stood out the most, and some of the comments might even get a little conversation, because if it's really connecting with how it's a scam, baby, we gonna touch on it. But yeah, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit up my guy, David Ponce. His information will be down below. So even if you don't need it, if you hear somebody needing it, or if you know somebody that need it in the Las Vegas area, he comes to you, and you don't have to buy nothing but the mounts for the TV. So we'll check you guys later, and we're out.
Bye.